Hey friends, we're here for our full body strength workout. Today is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Normally Thursday. This is deload week. We rest tomorrow. So this full body, you could do this with dumbbells only. I still would recommend a variety. So we're gonna kick things off with like a pause squat. We've got RDLs, we've got reverse lunges, we have seesaw rows. So I would grab your rowing weight, your squat weight, your RDL weight. You can use a barbell if you prefer. So I've got 30s, I've got 20s, I have 15s, and that's pretty much what we got. So we're gonna kick it off with a warm up together after I get my music back, of course, and then we will get it going. Everything is going to be um, counting reps. So nothing timed, 3 circuits. They're all supersets. We have some max efforts. So we'll be maxing out in moves like push-ups and planks. Those are the two moves that we're designating as the movements you're going to train till failure, or max effort. Okay, so mentally prepared for that. I want to just in our warm up, I want to talk about the difference between. Go ahead and air squat with me. The difference between training till failure and keeping like 2 to 3 reps in reserve. Okay, so what that means essentially is if you're training hard in a workout, you should still have 2 to 3 reps in your reserve for most of the movements. Okay, so what that means is I'm going to need you to use a challenging weight for squats and RDLs, for example, for today, but you should only have 2 to 3 reps in reserve. Not 5, not 10, 2 to 3. Okay, so that is like the main difference between training till failure or max effort and almost max effort. So as we go through, I'll kind of talk you through what that means and what that should look like. And if you want more, I'm happy to give you a further detailed breakdown in like, a social media post or something like that. Good for 3, 2, 1. Stay down. We're going to grab the front part of our toes. Bring those hips up. Heel toed in. Awesome job hanging ragdoll. Oh, some perfect hamstring stretching right there. Slowly roll it up 1 vertebrae at a time. We're going to go through some hip openers. Big reach up nice and tall. Again, forward fold and walk it into a high plank. Big step of that right leg. Drop the back knee, reach it up nice and tall. Drop that elbow down and in. Reach it up. Good, good. Step it back to your down dog and pedal. Good. Hips come forward. Big step to that other side and reach it up. Really get into that hip flexor stretch. I want you opening up those hips. Don't worry, we're going to stretch out the glutes as well.
tuck that back foot, step that left leg back to your down dog and pedal if that feels good for you. All right, good. Hips come forward. Drop to those knees. We're going to take it to a figure four. So you can do a seated figure four if that's comfortable for you. You could take this into a deeper stretch by lying all the way back, weaving those arms through and grabbing the shin. If you prefer a deeper stretch, I still would recommend you kind of push that knee away a bit to really get into that outer glute, okay? Awesome job. Go ahead and switch. And I hope y'all took advantage of a 10-minute ab little movement break in your day yesterday, maybe combined with some walking or stretching. You know, the whole point of a deload week is to get some extra recovery, get some extra mobility work. So really be intentional with your stretching, really be intentional with your form, your technique, because like I always say, if there are cracks in the foundation, that will be highlighted at some point. Maybe when you're trying to load up a barbell and do your straight leg RDLs, that first time you go a little too heavy, you'll know if there's something in your form or technique that's just not right. If there's a crack in your foundation, you will know immediately. So I don't want that for anybody. I want y'all to be the most prepared to progress, challenge yourself, lift heavier weights, get more confident, and do some amazing shit here in the gym or at home. Grab a quick sip of water. And now take 30 seconds to stretch out anything else that you might want to stretch out. Tie your shoes, get ready to go. Our first superset is going to be a pause squat. All right, so we're gonna go 3 sets of 10 for our pause squats. Intentional with that pause. You're gonna stop at that deepest point of the rep and hold that position. So that's going to increase time under tension. That's going to get deeper engagement in the muscles for your squats. So if you can increase tension, do more in the same amount of time in your workout, then that's what we want. So the way you do that is with pauses, with pulses, iso holds, okay? So we've got a pause squat. You're gonna pause at the deepest point of the squat, stand it up. Now, when you come up to the top part of your rep, I need the knees to stay slightly bent, okay? So I need that slight hinge, which means we're not upright, okay? We're not tucking the pelvis or the tailbone. I'm actually going to shift my pelvis and keep a neutral spine here. It helps to keep that slight hinge, all right? So notice the difference in my angles there. We're straight up like this. That's not how we want the top of our squat to look. So we want to maintain that slight hinge, neutral spine, slight bend in that knee, even at the top part of the rep. We're engaged all throughout, the quads, the glutes, the hams, okay? Compound move, all three of those muscles working together in harmony. Pause it, stand it up, keeping the tension. So that's how I want you guys standing. Not here, okay? And no rushing. Slow your tempo. We're gonna work those in with 10 RDLs. Three sets of 10. Do you feel the difference already? in your level of engagement. We're halfway. Two more. The path in which your weight is traveling should literally be straight up and down. 10 straight leg RDLs. Roll those shoulders back, tuck chin to chest. Halfway there. Good, 10 and 10. If you are feeling your RDLs anywhere but the glutes and hamstrings, I'm going to need you to focus on a couple key things. How close are the weights to your body? You should be like skimming the shins with your barbell or your dumbbells. If not, your weights are too far out in front or to the side, creating wasted energy and usually a rounded back. If you are coming too far down, if you're like here, you're going to start feeling low back pain. You're loading in the low back. The hinge is what you want to focus on. So you might start out with a short range of motion, like your hinge stops right here. That's where you start to stand up. Over time though, you should be working on sending those hips farther and farther back with your chin tucked to chest. So if my chin is tucked to chest, and I can slightly bend my knees here, I can bend a little bit lower if I need to in order to increase my range of motion. But the point is, the hips come back, you're not folding forward. And you keep those dumbbells tight to the body. That's why we roll the shoulders back. Round one is done. Round two, here we go. Last one. Do you have 2 reps in the reserve? If I forced you, could you do 2 more reps? And if the answer is an easy yes, I'm going to need you to go heavier. Three more. Ooh. So, if you made any of those corrections, you brought your dumbbells closer to your body, you worked on your hinge, I want to know, did that make a difference? How was your mind to muscle connection? Mine was so much better after just talking myself through the key foundation in the hinge. I'm just saying. My ass is on fire. Last round. Halfway. Feeling so strong. All right. Right into the last round of RDLs. Here we go. Last one. Oh, damn. I hope y'all were as laser focused as I was that last round. Awesome shit, awesome work. All right, y'all. Seesaw rows and a push-up AMRAP. Okay. So, this is where we separate the women from the girls. Remember, 2 to 3 reps in reserve for your rows. Push-ups, max effort. As many reps as possible, training till absolute failure. We've got 8 seesaw rows. A seesaw row is boom, boom. So that's 1 rep. We have 8 total. Here we go. Last one. Here we go. All right, gang. That is what training till failure, 0 reps in the reserve, truly looks like, okay? So if you put a gun to my head, no, I can't do another push-up with proper form. I have to drop to my knees or bail halfway. That's training till failure. 2 to 3 reps in reserve, I can do that, and it's gonna be a struggle. So I'm gonna upgrade my weight for those seesaw rows. Now, if you are somebody who just started doing push-ups from the knees, I don't expect you to get 20 reps of push-ups. I expect you to string as many together with proper technique as you can. And if you bail early, rest and recover, and then come back to your seesaw rows. Here we go. Halfway. By the way, training till failure, 3 rounds in a row, you're gonna naturally do less and less reps every single round, okay? And we have another max effort coming in our last superset as well. That's it. That's it. 20, then 12. So don't shoot for specific goals when you're training till failure. Do literally what you can. And when you max out, you max out. That's the whole point of training hard and adding progressions. Don't set an expectation that you don't know. Try till you fail and see what you get without setting an expectation that a certain number means you failed or you didn't win or whatever. No, that's not what that exercise is about. It's about a test. Testing your strength, testing your ability. You're halfway. All right, 20, 12, and 6. Add up your 3 rounds of your number of push-ups. Let me know in the comments or screenshot, share to Soch, because I want to celebrate you. So tell me what your max effort looks like, especially if you beat me. If you beat me, I really want to give you a high five. We've got our last superset right here. Reverse lunges. I'm going to use some support. So if you've got a cable bar, chair, wall, bench, whatever. We're going 3 sets of 8, both sides, and then a plank party. So that will be timed, and it's going to be however long you can hold your plank with proper form. Two reps in reserve. You feel me? setting up my timer, or a stopwatch, whatever works. High plank, low plank, doesn't really matter. I'm well aware that we're doing this after pushing up till failure. High shoulders, high core, high chest. In this plank, this is a full body exercise. So I need you to squeeze the quads. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the quads. Now obviously, core stabilizers are doing most of the work here. 40 seconds in. Breathe through the shaking. Okay, we are a full minute in. Again, there is no right or wrong. If you're trying to beat me, I love it. I fucking love it, because I'm here to push you. One minute, 30 seconds was exactly where I bailed. Now, if you're still going, I won't disturb. I will not disturb. You come back to those lunges. Once you failed, two to three reps in reserve. All right, quick sippy sip. Maxing out in our plank, round two. I'm really gonna attempt to match or exceed what I did last round. But I also know that my body's fatiguing. So if I don't hit that goal, here's the difference in how your mindset can work to your advantage or to your detriment. If I don't reach my goal this round, but maybe I come within 10 to 20 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever. Let's say I make it to a minute, but not a minute 30. Well, I've completed 75% of the goal that I set, which is a fuck ton better than 0. So that still deserves to be celebrated. We're a minute in. When you shoot for the stars and you fall slightly short, what's the phrase? You're still among the moon, something like that. minute 20 in. When was the last time you truly challenged yourself to your max effort? You tested that and you surprised yourself. I just surprised myself. I thought for sure I was bailing after a minute. But you know what I said? I think I got a little left in the tank. Let's see what happens if I hold for another 5 or another 10. And then the 5 and the 10 become a 15. And then it's just another 15 more seconds. The point is, your mind's going to quit most likely before your body does. Now, you could come up with all of the excuses in the entire fucking world. Not to be consistent, not to be here, not to show up. And you know what? No one would really know but you. But that's just the thing. No one would actually know but you. When you show up and do the things that you tell yourself you're going to do, that creates confidence. Confidence comes from within, not from what other people tell you. If I believe what people said about me, both good and bad, I'd have a much different story than I do today. People told me, oh, it's cool, you just like food too much. Oh, you know, the only way you're gonna lose weight is if you deprive yourself. I mean, you know that, right? That's the only way it's gonna happen. The only way to reach your goals is to barely eat and run all the time. That's what you want to do. Imagine if I listened to that. I did for a while, unfortunately. This is your last exercise of the day. The last time that you're going to have to give yourself a max effort. You're not doing it for me. You're not doing it for your spouse. You're not doing it to attract a partner. You're not doing it for your gym buddy or your bestie. You're here for you and you alone. We're a minute in. Breathe through the shaking. Stay with me. Stay with it. Can you give me just 10 more seconds here? Can you give me a max effort for 3 times with no excuses? I think you can. And I think you probably just did. Leave me your times, share it on Soch, take a screenshot of the workout or a selfie or your Apple Watch. You maxed out twice today for 3 rounds. And that's probably a fuck ton more than most people did in a 60-minute workout where they're just going through the motions. So congrats on your growth. Congrats on stepping up to the plate. You'll reap the benefits of this workout for sure. Slay the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.